In this watercolor portrait painting lessons, I'm going to show you step by step how to start from composition, find out the proportion to finish the portrait drawing, and start the watercolor paintings all the way to finish. At the end of this video, I'm going to have a very big news to announce. Please stay through the whole video. Before we continue, please give this video a like, share with your friends. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and turn on notifications. So the first step still will be the same, where you are going to place your subject matter, which is the person. So what I want to thinking about is maybe the top of the head over here, and coming to the left side and the right side, draw really general. This is your first decision you have to make. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to compare the width of the face and the height. Let's do a little measurement. I'm going to show you. Take the height of the face, right, like this, right? Use my finger. You find it right here. Now I'm going to rotate it. Now take a look. And the left to the right. So I'm going to just only focus on the face over here, not include the hair, and coming to the right, and coming to all the way, how about to the hair over here, right? So can you compare? So almost like the height is twice as the left side of the face to the hair. Not exactly, a little bit less than twice. So this is the same as the top. So this is half. A little bit more than half, it would be the width of the face. From the top coming down over here, this would be the width between the left side of the face. I'm going to have it come in a little bit over here and coming all the way over here. So I'm going to put a mark over here. So this is the hair coming down. So this would be correct proportion between the width and the height. Usually the eye is right in the middle of the height. Okay, that's good. Where's the middle? Right over here, right? This is the eye line. The two eyes sitting in this location. The bottom of the hair, this is the top, this is the bottom of the hair, is about this much proportionally. From the hairline coming to the chin, about 3 proportion. So we're going to start over here. 1, 2, 3. Always double check whatever you do. Okay, need to be a little bit higher. 1, 2, 3. The first one is the eyebrows. The second one is the nose. About here. From the bottom of the nose to the chin, it roughly you can divide it into 5. I'm going to try to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Above the mouth, it is 1. The mouth looks like this. On the chin, it takes 2 of the 5. Some people, the mouth a little bit thicker. We already know the eye is sitting over here. We're going to find out the horizontal space between this and to here. The side over here is about half of the eye. It's not a lot. It's about this much. And also on this side, it's only left about this much. Between here and here, you can divide into 3. Right? Like this. The space over here, that will be the eye. Not everyone exactly the same, but approximately is very similar. How wide is the nose? That's easy. You just compare the space between the 2 eyes, and you can find out how wide is the nose. This will be the right. Now we're going to compare the eye and the nose to find the location of the mouth. On this side is about over here, coming down. Okay, draw the vertical line. That's the corner of the mouth. Right? And on this side, start over here, coming down like that. That's the corner of the mouth. It's a little bit come in a little bit. Now we know how wide is the mouth. I always say that if you have the patience and have the interest, you can learn how to draw, how to paint. It's easy. It's just go through step by step. Now I'm going to draw up here. There's a little curve line Basically, what you're looking at is it look like a triangle, right? Coming like this. I'm gonna add a little hair over here, coming up and coming on this side. The neck is lined up to between these two spaces, like over here. There's also comparing, like that. Right? Now we find the neck. Take a look at inside the eye. If you know where the location for the eye, and then put a little half circle, and that's the eye, and the iris, right over here. Yeah, that's the corner. This is dividing the light side and the shadow side. As soon as you put the shadow into the painting, it will look three-dimensional. A little shadow over here. Look at the chin, also the shadow line. And then there's a little shape over here, a little shape over here. And there's also on this side is the shadow. How much yellow, how much red, how much blue? Right, with the three primary colors, you can mix any color you want. And let's put it on over here to the light side of the face. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. On the nose, there's also some highlight. Some highlight that's easy. We're just going to keep it light. Okay, on the nose over here on this side, I'm gonna put a little color, and also on the ridge of the nose, a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna leave it light, and look at on the tip of the nose, look a little bit lighter. The mouth is just darker than the skin color, so I can just paint it over. That's okay. And on the shadow side, I also can paint this color on the top of it, because later I'm going to make it even darker. You know what? I'm just going to make it a little bit darker over here, just like that. You may not really notice I'm using this 1-inch flat brush. So that means at this point, I don't want you to think small. And you should just paint with the big brush as big as you can. Immediately it'll look three-dimensional. But on the forehead, I have a little bit yellow, so I'm going to take a little yellow color right over here. You see that? It's how easy to paint people. Okay, we come down to the neck, have a little bit more yellow. I'm going to take a little yellow color over here, mix with the mixture, and it actually have a little bit more yellow. And the face has a little bit more red. The shadow side, coming like this. Okay, over here too, a little bit darker. Just laying the base color. What are you going to do with the background? I'm going to make the background a little bit darker so the face will show lighter. We're going to put these two colors together. It's my favorite three colors. Okay, I'm just going to do this. You see that? Immediately tone down the whole picture. Okay, I'm going to come in a little bit into the hair. Just think about the hair is going to be pretty dark, and so it's okay. And coming on this side, you see how relaxed you can be when you do a watercolor painting. Okay, don't feel kind of, oh my God, because you're afraid of it. So most of the time, the thing that we fail because we have no confidence. Most of the time because someone told you it's difficult. So you convince yourself it's difficult. I cannot do that. Just do it, right? Don't be afraid of it. Okay, now I'm gonna coming over here. I'm gonna make it coming to the shoulder, coming up over here. See that? Before the shoulder looks pretty dark. Now I have the darker color next to it. It actually is not really feeling it's dark anymore. It's now look a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna come over here and very simple. Like that. Now this side is fine. Now maybe the shoulder over here, I'm gonna make it a little bit darker. It looks like a little bit too light around the shoulder. Okay, like that. Now after it's getting drier and the shadow side, it look a little bit lighter. Should we paint it into the eye? No, not yet. We have to make sure the whole face look rounded before we're going into the smaller one. And if we do the hair here touch the outside, it may be too wet at this point. So I'm gonna come back to just change the colors or adjust the colors on the face. So let's take a look. I'm going to take this color. I use a small calligraphy brush. It's one of my favorite brush now. So I'm going to take this color. That's good. Now I'm going to start over here. All right, I'm looking for where is the shadow. How dark is the shadow? Okay, like this. And then it's getting a little bit lighter. And also the corner of the eye also a little bit darker, like that. Also over here, a little bit darker. Just pay attention to where's darker, where's lighter. Coming over here, I see a little triangle. So what I want to do, I open my hair of the brush, can soften this edge. Now, that's good, right? A nice transition. But under here, it has a little bit more red color. So I'm going to just put the red color in here. You see that? You see a little bit more red. Now, coming to here, coming down at the bottom over here, have a little bit more, say less red. So it must be a little bit more blue and yellow. So I'm going to coming over here and coming on this side like that. Take a look at the mouth over here. And now come down over here on the chin. Now also have a little bit more red. Now I'm going to put a little red color in here. Like that. Now the face looks much better, right? On the edge, I'm also going to make it a little soft transition. Just get a little bit red color with the water. I'm going to softly let it connect together. Okay. Like that. That's good. Over here too. I'm going to just tap, tap, tap. Use a little water, and water is the best friend in watercolor. Now it's softly coming together. I'm going to also lift up a little bit and make the color a little bit lighter over here. Now on this side, it looks good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to this area. See, have a little bit blue color. So I'm going to take a little blue color, right? Now what I want to do, you can recognize how much is the red and yellow and blue. And over here, actually can be a little bit darker here too. A little bit darker like that. So I have a little darker color in here too, because that is really deep, this area. Blend the color a little bit, coming out like this. Now you can see this eye is turning. It's very important to get that first before you get into the smaller one. Now look at the lower eyelid. I just get a little red color. You see that? It's also the lower eyelid. Also a little turn. Now I'm going to soften this like that. Now the lower eyelid looks like there is a ball underneath the skin, right? The nose over here is also warm, but it's not that warm. Like this will be the perfect color. Now let's see. I'm going to put this color in here. Now showing a little transition. Now I'm going to get a little red color and with enough water. Now I'm going to blend it. Now see, like that. Just showing a little curve. Okay, like this. Soften, blend it around. That's good. Now we'll come back to see the nose. The nose a little bit warmer and also have a little yellow. So I'm going to get a little bit of the light green color. Like this is with the color. We don't want to show this area also turning over. Like this. See that? It's a little bit turning. And right in the middle, it has a little bit red. So I'm going to take a little red. The painting almost there. So don't rush to get into the eye, the mouth, and the area. And in the nostril area also look a little bit more red, a little bit warmer. So I'm going to put that color over here for now. And when I do the nostril, and the nose will look complete. I'm going to make the neck a little bit darker. Okay, a little blue and a little red. So all the three colors together. Now looking at here, it's different color than the face. Now like this. And I'm telling you, you can do anything you want if you really focus. And have a little bit color over here, like that. And then under here, here in the middle. So I'm going to have it a little bit lighter. Just get the water, okay? Just the water, clean brush, and let this softly connect down over here. and like that. That's good. Now got a very good transition. Now I get a little bit red color coming down over here. It's not so much yellow and blue, so like that. That's good. And we're going to add a little bit shadow coming on this side like this. I'm going to softly connect that over. The mouth a little bit warm, so I'm going to put a little bit red color first. Now just take a look. So you already know the location of the mouth. You already drew it. So all you need to do is to set the color right in that location. So step by step, no need to rush it. Now here you go. For the lower lip, we're gonna have a little bit lighter, like this. On this side, a little bit darker, right? On the top over here, also a little bit darker. It's showing the mouth actually turning like this, right? And we can come back to do a little more definition later. I'm gonna show a little texture of the mouth like this. That is the beginning of painting the mouth, like this. The hair is dark brown color, but the darkest area is very dark. Just think about a dark color. That's it, right? It's very easy. Things coming along very nicely. And just use this and take a look. And coming this way, make it dark. Right? Now coming on the side of the face, coming down like this. Ooh, nice. Now coming over here at the side of the face. Okay, a little bit color over here. We can change it, the color a little bit later. Coming back to the top, got a little bit blue, some red, get a very dark color first. And I think this coming up a little bit more. And coming through over here. And coming on the center over here, a little bit darker. And you don't need to try to finish something complex at one stroke until you're ready. Okay, a little bit darker, like that, and then a little bit darker. Even the hair has a round shape, right? So you don't want to just see the hair, you see the shape underneath the hair. Okay, coming over here. Now I'm gonna have a little bit brown color. You know how to mix the brown color, right? And the yellow and a little blue. Okay, so first I'm gonna have a little color going here. We can lift it up. We can make it a little bit lighter if you want. It's just the water. You can't see that? You can make it a little bit lighter. So you can do the same thing. You make it look like a little highlight on the hair. A little bit orange color. Get some yellow and the red. Now, do you know what it looks like? The color change. See that? Ooh, nice color. That's it. And a nice color over here. Now I'm gonna adjust the water to dim the color, make it a little bit lighter. Coming like this. I'm gonna add a little bit darker color. Now here you go. Now the color a little bit darker, coming like this, like that. Now this darker. That's a little bit darker over here too. I'm gonna have a little bit more yellow color. Here you go. Get a little yellow color right over here. Get a little bit yellow color, extend it. You see, when it's wet, the color can merge together very nicely. And like this, a little yellow color coming to that. Okay, now I'm gonna come into to give a little attention to the eye. Okay, take a look. Like that, just paint the color in there. Now you can go smaller and smaller. All right, and on this side, right over here, like that. And now we can paint a little dark color inside the eye, because we already spent the time to make the eye around the eye, around it. And I'm gonna put a little color over here. See, it's a little darker tone around, and coming to this side a little bit darker. You just pay attention, don't get distracted, one step at a time, and don't be afraid of it. Okay, and now we're gonna looking inside. The eye white is not exactly white, so I'm gonna show you. And in here should be a little bit blue, right? A little blue, right over here, like that. And then we're gonna working into inside the iris. The iris is brown, so I'm gonna put this painting around the highlight like this. Okay, painting around the highlight. Here you go, like that. Is that? It's nothing crazy or difficult. Okay, coming over here. After you have this, that's easy. Let the water do the work for you. I know this process needs lots of confidence, but you should know you already have everything it takes to do a portrait painting. Just step by step. Most people, they can make them to follow the step. It just take the time slowly. Combine the flat brush and the calligraphy brush, we'll be able to finish any watercolor painting. I'm gonna make that a little bit darker over here and over here. This calligraphy brush is handmade by a family of brush master. Now you can see how such a small line this brush can produce. I really want to recommend these two brushes. They are my dedicated watercolor painting process now, and they're available at enjoyingart.com store. Realistic look of the earrings, I use this knife to do a little simple scratches. Just carefully scratch. This technique very easy to create the look of the shiny metal. Now coming to on this side, yeah, very little suggestions. It will make it look a lot more interesting. If you think about how you can learn portrait easier, faster, I have portrait classes in Enjoying Art. Just go to enjoyingart.com/classes. You're going to see these upcoming classes on portrait. Now compare with this calligraphy brush to give some suggestions of the necklace. Just give it a little bit very thin line with the brown color and a little bit circle over here. And that's it. Now you can see portrait painting is just not that difficult. The difficult part is to learn the process. Now I want to announce our big news coming up. At Enjoying Art Community, we have a member exhibitions at enjoyingart.com gallery. To celebrate these exhibitions, we're going to have a reception. The reception includes a YouTube live portrait painting with me. The painting live lesson will be announced both at YouTube and enjoyingart.com. And also the photo reference that I'm going to use, it will be downloadable from enjoyingart.com/gallery a few days before the event. Also, we're going to have prizes giveaway on the 2 days of celebrations at enjoyingart.com gallery. Also, we're going to have conversations in our Facebook public page, Relaxation Art. Now here's the days. It will be October 10 and 11. Me and our members will be there to answer all your questions. In the morning of October 10th, I will do
the YouTube live lesson. If you don't want to miss all the exciting news and events going on at enjoyingart.com, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on notifications. If you want to paint with me every Friday, you can also join Enjoying Art as a member. I will looking forward to see you in my next lesson.